Hello, everyone, and welcome to DM Talk. Um, you know, tomorrow we have a good game. Tomorrow we have a game at 7 p.m. Central. Check us out. The episode 32. We're going to continue the realm of Dominulus. We're going to continue with the players: Jaros, Eliza, Alexander, Razil, and Mavic, and we're going to see what happens to them. What happens? They're going to enter a new cave in the dungeon crawl that they were in from the last game. We're going to go from there. Now, tonight on DM Talk, we're going to talk about specifically the gods. I talked about them in the recap, but I want to go in depth here. Let's start with the god that Eliza has, Bahamut, the female dragon. She is a goddess. She is a god. She is evil. Her vessel is Eliza, played by Colleen Wright. Now, let's talk about these gods. Let's talk about Tiamat in general. Now, she is a female. Oh, see, I didn't have the gods playing on here. In the last episode, in the last recap, I had the gods rotating, but it's okay. We all know that Tiamat is a 5-headed dragon. Let's see, I'm getting an error code here. Everything looks good so far. Okay, streams are good. Let me know when the streams. Let me see. Let me know if you can chat here. Alright. Let me know if you can chat. There we go. Alright. Now I see. Before it wasn't working, but now it is. Yay, stream! Tiamat is used in my game, and in the game, the players could channel a god. Eliza channels Tiamat, Jaros channels Thor, Alexander channels Zeus, Razil channels Loki, and Mavic channels Krius. We have yet to see Krius in his full power. Now, what I designed in the game, I designed it to where they could channel them, but there's each time they channel, there's 3 levels of channeling. And they have to figure out the channeling. They figured out level 1. At level 1, you channel, and after you channel, you get a level of exhaustion because it takes a lot out of you. And once you channel higher power, you go down the exhaustion level 2, level 3, and so forth. I did that because you're channeling these gods. They're going through the vessel. They're going through you and using their power through you. And what does that do? It does a lot. A lot of damage, a lot of illusions, depending on who you're channeling, like Loki. If you're channeling a god like Zeus, you have lightning damage. If you're channeling Krius, well, you could manipulate different individuals. Alexander channels Zeus. Eliza, Tiamat, of course, the power of the dragons. And Jaros with Thor, again, lightning. The ability of weapons. Now, how does this work in the game? Well, they channeled the gods because Lila could not. She channeled 5 gods originally, and her body couldn't take it. She was dying. So the gods left her for dead, because when that happened, She was at peace and she died. And they brought her back, begrudgingly. They brought her back. When they did that, the Lila that they saw was a very different Lila. She was an adult, another version of Lila. Then there was a smaller version of her, a younger version of her. So in a way, there was two. Remember, I explained in recap, there are 5 aspects of Lila. You have one aspect who's the younger version, the second aspect who's the evil, the third is good, kind of like a teenager, and the fourth and the fifth are the adult versions of Lila. They are a part of this realm of Dominulus. And then they found out that channeling these gods are great, but this dude, who his name is Dominulus, comes from a place called Earth, says there's only one God, and this is all fantasy, fiction. Why did I use these gods specifically? Why didn't I just use the Pantheon from D&D? D&D has their own god structure. Yeah, I could have, but I wanted to do my thing. I wanted to use Greek and Nordic mythology together and use, of course, some D&D stuff, but I wanted to use that, and I wanted to make it my own. I wanted to be creative and not just use something from a book. That's why it's called homebrew. Sorry, I'm a little uncomfortable today. Now, I mentioned in the last episode of Recap that, why is this up here? Well, this is the Halloween special. It's part of it. You're going to see a whole bunch of other stuff too tomorrow night. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's a little something that I always brew up every Halloween. And I enjoy Halloween, even though it's not Halloween technically, but it's the episode that the week before Halloween that I want to, do. I love Halloween. I love that. I love Halloween, dressing up and stuff like that. We had one episode that Christian, who plays Alexander, came in a dinosaur suit, and it was cool. He came in, his tail swirled all around, and it was uncomfortable, but it was really cool. And he came in a costume. Not everybody can come in costume. I mean, that's awesome. If you want to do that, makeup, that's cool. It makes it all fun, and that's one of the joys of Halloween, something that I like. And hopefully you guys enjoy Halloween, because Halloween is a cool day, cool night to enjoy. The kids go out and have candy and go from there. Nothing wrong from that. Now, getting back to the gods. Why did I choose to dabble with these gods? Why Creus? Why Fenrir? Because they're cool. I really like these gods that I picked. I mean, the only god that I didn't use is Ares. I had one guy, one of the players, played by Brandon Pertiller. He was a rogue, and things happened. He's one of the players or characters that are splattered in the lower deck of the pirate ship. But he played for a while, and he told me, he says, you know what, I can't play anymore. I can't. My schedule is too busy. So I really like him, and really glad that he did get to play the time he did. He's a great guy, a good friend of mine. But he had the channel Tyr. He was a rogue. So, and he's always very comedic in the things that he does. So it was really cool to see his playing style in the game, and of course, seeing him trying to channel this guy. And it's great. Now, let's go over him. Euros channels Thor. He channeled him a couple times, and he used his main weapon, threw it, lightning, and all that rigmarole, and it was cool. It's a cool thing to do. At least for me, it is. I mean, I'm a big, you know, I'm a big softy when it comes to cool stuff. You know, if you want to come up with really cool shit and create something awesome and a great idea, I'm up for that. I really am. Um, that's the type of DM I am. I come up with ideas and craft certain ideas and move from there. And that's why I love homebrew. Homebrew is one of the things that I love about any gaming style, um, any role playing game is you create, and the creating process is good. I love creating the world. I love creating things and the story behind them and so forth. Um, I love doing that, and it's great to see people in a game who enjoy role playing in general. Now, let's get back at uh, Krius. Krius, channeled by the vessel is Mavic, played by George Christopher. And George is another good friend of mine. He's my best friend, and he's really good. You know, he's really cocky, and he comes out across harsh and cocky, but that's his character. He's played a gunslinger, for God's sake. So he comes across like that, and it's awesome. But he loves to dabble in puzzles and stuff. He doesn't like theater of the mind, but he loves puzzles. But he loves to see it. A room, you know, all the math. Okay, I got disconnected briefly, but I got connected back. So hopefully everything is good. And guys, it's the internet. It happens. So sorry. Hopefully YouTube is not receiving enough video. Let me know. You know, if I'm getting everything in green here, so I guess I'm good. So I'm going to continue on. So I like to dabble in a lot of these things, creation-wise. I love to dabble. I love to create. I had a buddy of mine who said, "Hey, why don't you try this for this game?" All right, I'll do it. I'll try it. I'll try something new. And I like to get different ideas and mix them together and throw them out there. Not just the book, textbook, you know, boom, what type of magic you have. I like the fact that you can brew up certain things and take different components and use them, use your spell. I love doing that. It's great. It really brings a scene together. You know, not just boom, you're using magic. No, I like to get part of that. Oh, you need a little bit of sand, you need a little bit of jewelry, put it together, then all of a sudden you're crafting something, and then you use your magic. Yeah, granted, it's a lengthy process, yes, but if you're going to be a mage, then it comes with the territory, or a cleric. Any magic is going to have consequences, and any magic is going to have some form of craftiness, some form of construct. You got to construct something. Got to have a piece of wood, you know, gold, silver, whatever. Put them together, mesh them together. That's what's so good about stuff like that, and it creates a better scene. If you have a scene with individuals who play mages, who plays a magic user, and if they have these components like gold, and you're going to melt the gold, or the gold pouch and the silver or something else, put it together, and then all of a sudden you create this beautiful beam of light coming out of your hand. It's great. It's great to have. Now, folks, you're going to get a lot of ins and outs. Let me check my levels streaming wise. So far, I'm good. And it's the internet. It happens. Woohoo. Alright, so you're going to get all this stuff that's happening. You know, and especially the guides. The players can channel these guides. Now, why did I want to introduce these guides? I thought they were cool. They're very cool. I already established that. Fenrir, for example, he's a great villain. And one of the guys who were channeling Fenrir at the time, he was Amadeus. So he channeled, and then his friend Teo. So there is a pool of different characters establishing a moment, and in that moment, they both realize that, hey, you know, they're two different characters. One is a paladin, and the other one is a druid. The druid was finding the paladin because they were good friends, and the paladin died or was assassinated. But you know, it is what it is. But these guys, like the kitsune, it's a Japanese lore. I wanted to have that. I wanted to make my world different in that way. And I wanted to construct a story that has these gods to give fantasy feel, and then feel, oh, you're using a kitsune, or you're using Tyr, using Zeus, using all these gods, and how are they a part of that world, of this world? How are they? How are you going to use them? Well, it all started with this young girl, cleric girl, named Lila. Lila, her protector was Ground, the Minotaur. And alas, here we are. It started with her channeling guys. Then I came up with this idea. I'm like, okay, so let's move on. She can no longer channel. She's dead, but the player character brought her back. Now, she can't channel anymore. Part of the channeling was cool. I wanted to see like a big roar, and this magic coming out of them, and this god temporarily taking over and then using their ability to strike the opponent hard and fast down. But they could only use it for a limited time because their bodies are still frail. They're not celestial, so they don't have unique abilities like that, but they can harness it. You guys follow me? You have power to channel, to harness this ability temporarily, but you can't have it. It's not yours. That's why they were called the vessel. And it's all part of the story. And I really wanted to do that, and I got it done. What I really wanted to do in game was an anthology series. I wanted Dominulus, my world, the realm of Dominulus. I wanted an anthology series where you have different stories from different points of different continents of the realm. To have a group of heroes, a group of villains, whatever. I always wanted to do that, and I finally, this season, season 2, with Harsh Reality, End of the Line 2, and the main campaign, Light. I really wanted to do that, and I got it. And it's fun. And I urge everyone who's doing homebrew to do anything you want, to really explore different avenues, not just the book. Not just look at the book and say, oh, I want to use a source book from so-and-so that wrote this source book. It's great to have those source books. It's great to have all that crap. All that stuff. I'm not going to say crap. Everybody has their own thing. But the main thing is you. You're the one that creates it. You're the one that brings that energy to that game. I am still recording. Let me check. I gotta check. All right. Everything good. All right. So, what does it mean when you create like this? What does it mean when you put all your influence, all your energy, your mental energy into this story, into a story? You are creating your own world, the world building. You're creating the not player characters, the NPCs in that world. You're creating a realm. It's your realm. It's not just a source book. See, you could buy different source books, and you could buy adventures, and they're fun. I say that in time that I've been DMing, playing, behind the screen, game master, storyteller, whatever, I have only read a couple source books, a couple adventures. But then I had to put it down and come up with my own idea. I saw their story, and I said, okay, I liked what I saw, and I blew it up my own way. I've always written my own stuff because the main thing, and we've all played this game of Dungeons and Dragons. We know that you're going to get a player and it's going to say, oh, Red Dragon has so many hit points. Red Dragon has so many legendary actions. Red Dragon has, oh, blah, blah, blah. So you change it up. You create your own creature. Why not? I did it for the last campaign, and I continued to do it in this campaign. Look, they fought last episode, they fought an aboleth. Oh, you're like, whoa, the aboleth is not, there's no water. Well, there was a bubble of water around the aboleth. Someone or something was controlling it. And it fought well, and they killed it. Oh, but you can't do that. I just did. There's nothing. No one can tell me you can't do it, because you can. It is your world. If you want to have a pink bunny with 3 ears and 6 swords by its side, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Because you're the one telling the story, you're behind the screen, and that's it. Well, Henry, that can't happen. That's BS. So there's Nora. If you don't like it, then don't play the game. But the game is fun, folks. The game is fun. And I'm telling you, the game is fun when it's fresh, when it's innovative, when there's new things in it. Yeah, the fantasy feel, all that's the same. You're in a fantasy realm. You're going to feel that. You're going to get that. But when it comes to different characters, yeah, you're going to fight the occasional dragon. You know who he is. But the dragon, my dragons are intelligent. My dragons are not going to fight in a way that's unique and innovative. It's not going to be the same. I try to make it not the same. And that's the only thing you can do as a storyteller, DM, game master. Try to make it the best flippin' dragon you can be. I don't know about you guys, but do you use like boards? You know, dry erase board? I love them. I love using them for notes and stuff. It's great. And then I just reflect on it and put it in my paper. It's great to have. Very useful, very fun. It's great, great, great. I will tell you this, that I know I talked about the gods and channeling and Lila, and a part of Campaign 2, a part of the heart and soul of Campaign 2 is the NPC Lila. Lila and Rem. Rem died. Lila has a necklace to remind her of him. He was a protector of Lila. And you know what? If If I could have a future or a dream to have that animated, would be awesome. To have this young girl just channeling the gods, clenching her fists, and glow coming from her fists, and body, her hood fluttering. The wind picks up, her hood drops, you can see her hair sprawling out, and Grom in the background roaring. The Minotaur that he is. And, the god Tyr, mist swirling, you see the god Tyr coming out, standing next to her. I mean, it's great. It's great to have, right? And I urge you guys, if you have any dreams or anything you have that comes from here, the heart, you can do it. You can do it. This is my dream. This is my dream. To film, to talk to people online, to get connected, to tell a story so people can listen to my story. But I'm the director by Players of the Stars. And feel free to join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central. One more episode left for DM Talk. Couple for the recap. We'll see. Might go a little bit longer with DM Talk. We're going to do new things for the upcoming season. Season 3. It's going to be Vampire the Masquerade. It's going to be a story of death, despair. It's going to be a heartfelt moments. It's going to be far different than what you're experiencing now. A lot of theater of the mind. In fact, 99% theater of the mind. It's not going to be as miniature as you see, or maps. You will see maps, but it's going to be fairly different. I'm working on it right now. Not right now, but I'm working on it, working hard on it. And we're going to do session 0. You're going to see everybody create their characters. You're going to see them pick their clans and then go from there, merits and flaws and all that other cool stuff that comes with Vampire the Masquerade. But we're playing the Dark Ages. It's going to still be fantasy, but they're all humans. And we go from there. I know D&D is a big brouhaha. D&D is main tour de force, but I'm doing something different. And I'm not here to, I want you guys to see storytelling, the way it should go. Dungeons & Dragons is wonderful. I love Dungeons & Dragons, don't get me wrong, but I want to tell a different story in a different form with a different game. We're still going to stream. You're going to see the guys. You're going to see me. We're all going to have a great time. You're going to see a session 0, and we're going to explain the game and how it works and so forth. And it's going to be a whole experience. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be a very different. And I urge you guys to please stay with us. Playerole is a small channel, but it is growing. And stay with us. Join us. Tomorrow, 4 hours or so, we'll go from there. The guys have, and gals, they have a great story to tell as well. Their characters and their flaws and how they meet things and how they interact with creatures in the world. That's all going to be in tomorrow's game. Just join us. Let the word out. Let everybody know about Playerole. I'm not a big channel yet, but I'm getting there. And hopefully you guys will enjoy us for the Halloween special tomorrow. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. You have a wonderful evening. I love you guys. Again, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.